what you think, what you telling your friends when you're talking about me. It's cool, you can say what you want to. I don't give a fuck what you think.
Gonjam Psychiatric Hospital, South Korea. Once a thriving psychiatric hospital, Gonjam is now an abandoned nightmare. Hidden in the forests of South Korea, this derelict building is shrouded in mystery and dark rumors. It was abandoned abruptly, and locals say it was due to the horrific events that took place inside. Visitors who have dared to enter report hearing footsteps echoing in the hallways, faint whispers in the air, and the unmistakable feeling of being watched by unseen eyes. Some claim they've seen figures in the corners of their vision, only to find empty, decaying rooms upon closer inspection. The crumbling walls still echo the tormented cries of patients who, some say, never truly left. The more you explore, the more unsettling it becomes, as though something waits in the darkness, just out of sight, silently following your every move. Belitz-Hallstatten, Germany. Built as a tuberculosis sanatorium in the late 1800s, Belitz-Hallstatten has long since descended into ruin, but its dark history remains. The hospital once housed soldiers during both World Wars, and rumors say that Adolf Hitler himself was treated here. The site is massive, with long hallways and eerie, abandoned rooms where the walls are still scarred by the past. Visitors who wander these halls report hearing strange noises, the sound of doors creaking open by themselves, faint whispers of soldiers' last words, and chilling footsteps that echo when no one is around. The air is thick with an oppressive presence, and the feeling of being watched is constant. Those brave enough to explore at night claim to hear the clanking of chains and the unmistakable sensation of something cold brushing past their skin, as if the spirits of the past are still haunting the hospital's dark corners. Ararat Lunatic Asylum, Australia. Located in the remote countryside of Australia, Ararat Lunatic Asylum was home to the mentally ill for over a century. Known for its brutal treatment of patients, the asylum was a place where suffering was rampant. The air is thick with the pain of those who were left to rot in the dark, cold cells, where they were subjected to inhumane conditions. Now, the asylum is abandoned, but it still carries the spirits of its dark past. Many say they've heard the eerie sounds of ghostly whispers drifting through the empty hallways, accompanied by the unsettling sensation of being followed. People have reported sudden temperature drops, unexplained movements of objects, and the feeling of unseen hands brushing against their skin. It's as if the souls of those who were wronged here are still trapped in the asylum, eternally searching for a way to escape. Waverly Hills Sanatorium, USA. in the hills of Kentucky lies Waverly Hills Sanatorium, once one of the most notorious tuberculosis hospitals in the U.S. The building itself is massive, a looming structure that once housed thousands of patients who, tragically, met untimely deaths. The infamous death chute, a slide used to transport bodies, still stands, and it's said to be the site of countless restless spirits. Those who have visited report hearing strange noises, doors slamming shut by themselves, footsteps that echo down long, empty corridors, and distant cries for help. At night, the air becomes thick, heavy with the oppressive presence of the dead. Ghost hunters have long claimed that the spirits of the patients still linger, trapped in the building, forever bound to the horrors they endured. Visitors who stay after dark are said to feel the touch of unseen hands, cold breath on their necks, and hear the terrifying sound of footsteps closing in behind them. Volterra Psychiatric Hospital, Italy. Once a notorious psychiatric hospital, Volterra in Italy became a place of nightmares, where patients suffered unimaginable horrors at the hands of cruel doctors. The stories of brutal treatments, harsh confinements, and tragic deaths echo through the empty halls. The hospital was shut down in 1978, but its legacy of suffering remains. Those who enter the decaying buildings report an overwhelming sense of despair, as if the walls themselves are soaked in the torment of past patients. Visitors hear faint cries, the sound of rattling chains, and the unsettling feeling that someone is always just behind them. The isolation and pain that filled the hospital seem to still linger in the air, and some claim that the spirits of the tortured souls still walk the halls, bound forever to the place where they were wronged.